So that's a tough act to follow, and even on a dark night, our world's future is still bright. That was wonderful, Sam. All right, so this selection is from chapter 13, I cheated a little bit, of Gutless, a book set in Seattle about hazing and harassment in a high school. Gutless, it's a novel for young adults. I write for 12 to 18-year-olds, will be published in September of 2016. Just a basic background. Richie Fong is a Chinese-American. He's brash, he's brilliant, and as his tormentors at the school would put it, he's too smart for his own good. What follows takes place on the last day of the school year. Richie put his head down and tried to push by them to the exit. Colton put out his arm to stop him, and a moment later, Hunter and a bunch of guys were on him. They lifted him off the ground and carried him to the exit door. I wanted to yell out, but my throat was so tight I could barely breathe. And I was afraid that if I tried to stop them, they'd turn on me too. I didn't want what was happening to Richie to happen to me. I ducked into a classroom doorway and leaned against the wall. But I couldn't just hide. I had to know what was happening. I peeked out as someone pushed open the door leading to the back parking lot. At the top of the stairs was a garbage can overflowing with candy wrappers, yogurt cups, and half-eaten sandwiches. I watched as Hunter kicked the lid off and looked at Colton. On some invisible signal, the two of them flipped Richie over, dumping him headfirst into the garbage. Colton then tipped the can onto its side. Hunter gave it a hard kick, and it rattled down the dozen steps, picking up speed as it went. The garbage can rolled across the pathway and didn't stop until it reached the grass. Hunter and Colton and the rest of them grabbed each other, laughing hard as Richie crawled out. His hair, his face, and his shirt were covered with wet slop. In the trees, crows started going berserk, cawing like mad and flying from branch to branch. I thought Hunter and the other guys might do more, but maybe because of the crazy way the crows were acting, that was the end. "See you next year, fag," Hunter yelled down at him, and then the whole bunch walked away. After taking a few deep breaths, I stepped out from the hiding place, walked down the hallway, and out into the sunlight. When I saw Richie, I pretended to be surprised. I don't know how good my acting was, but it didn't matter. He was working so hard to get the slimy crap off his clothes and face and out of his hair that he didn't notice me. He pushed some gunk from his neck, threw it on the ground, and then spit a few times to get something out of his mouth. When he finally looked up and saw me, his eyes filled with fury. He glared for a moment, and then he pointed his finger at me. "Hunter Gates did this, but this is the last thing he's going to do to me. You're his friend, so you tell him that for me. You tell him he does one more thing, and he'll pay." "I'm not his friend," I protested. "I've never been his friend." "Yeah, you are. You'd lick his boots if he asked you. You know you would, so you tell him." "Richie, I'm not his friend." He wiped his hands on his pants. He looked like he was about to say more, but instead he turned and walked off. He went about 20 feet and then turned back, pointing his finger at me as if it were a gun. "Tell him, Brock. For his own good, tell him." Thank you.